Here's Speak Fast English Polyglots, the podcast that will supercharge your English with fascinating stories. Imagine waking up every day with fire in your chest, knowing exactly what you were born for. Today, you're going to discover how to find your true passion and transform your life forever. This discovery will explode your mind, make your heart race, and supercharge your English in a way you never imagined. And if you really want to master English through transformative stories like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because 3 times a week we have new discoveries that will revolutionize your fluency. Now grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's dive into the most important discovery of your life.
Now listen to me carefully. I want you to stop everything you're doing, sit down, close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself this simple question. Am I really living my passion, or am I just surviving another day? Everyone wants to feel alive, wants to wake up excited, wants to do something that matters, something that makes their heart beat faster, something that makes them feel like they were born for this. But my question is, what are you doing today to find that passion? What are you doing right now to discover what sets your soul on fire? Are you still scrolling endlessly through social media, watching other people live their dreams? Are you still making excuses about why you can't explore? Still afraid to try something new? Still waiting for your passion to magically appear? Listen to me carefully. Your passion is not hiding from you. You are hiding from your passion. You are not living, you are just existing, and every day you waste is a day you steal from the person you could become. Let me tell you something no one told you before. 97% of people die without ever finding their true passion. They spend 40 years working jobs they hate, coming home tired, watching TV, and going to bed thinking maybe tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow never comes because they never change anything. You know what's the difference between people who find their passion and people who don't? The ones who find it stop making excuses and start taking action. I'm going to tell you a story that will change how you think about passion forever. There was a man named Colonel Sanders. At 62 years old, he was broke, living on Social Security, sitting in a small cafe, thinking his life was over. Most people would say, "It's too late for me to find my passion." But that day, he looked at his fried chicken recipe and said, "This could be something special." He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He didn't wait to feel ready. He took his recipe and got rejected 1,009 times before someone said yes. Today, KFC is worth billions. The point is this: your passion doesn't care about your age, your money, or your circumstances. Your passion only cares about one thing: your decision to find it. So let me ask you again, when was the last time you lost track of time doing something? When was the last time you did something that made you forget to check your phone? When was the last time you felt truly alive? If you can't answer that question, then you're not living, you're just existing. And that stops today. Passion is not something you find, it's something you build. Everyone told you a lie. Since you were little, they made you believe that passion is like love at first sight. You look at something and bang, you know that's it. They told you when you find your passion, you'll know it instantly. Lie. Complete lie. And this lie is destroying the lives of millions of people. They sit waiting for an epiphany that never comes. They test 50 different things for 5 minutes each, and when they don't feel that instant magic spark, they give up and think, "This isn't my passion." You know why this lie is so popular? Because it's comfortable. It's easier to believe that your passion will magically appear than to admit you'll have to work to develop it. It's easier to say, "I haven't found my passion yet," than to admit you're simply not trying hard enough. Society sells you this fantasy because it keeps you passive.
waiting, buying How to Find Your Passion courses instead of going out and building one. Let me tell you the truth no one wants to admit. Passion is not something you find under a rock. Passion is something you build. It's something you develop through practice, through failures, through small victories, through curiosity, through persistence. You think Steve Jobs was born passionate about computers? Wrong. He was a hippie druggie who wanted to travel to India and find spiritual enlightenment. He only started messing with computers because his friend Steve Wozniak was building one and needed someone to sell it. His passion for technology grew gradually, through trial and error, through building things with his own hands, through seeing the impact he could make. You think Oprah always knew she wanted to be a talk show host? Wrong! She grew up in poverty, was sexually abused, and started reading news on local radio just because she needed a job. It was there, doing it day after day, that she discovered she had a natural talent for connecting with people. Her passion for communication was built through years of practice. You think Michael Jordan was born passionate about basketball? Wrong! He was cut from his school team because he wasn't good enough. But something inside him said, "I'll show them." And it was that anger, that determination to improve, that transformed into the greatest sporting passion in history. Passion is 10% discovery and 90% construction. You don't find your passion sitting on the couch thinking. You build your passion by doing, trying, failing, trying again, improving, growing, evolving. Most people are waiting for a divine sign, for a mystical revelation. They're waiting to wake up one day and say, "Eureka! Now I know what my passion is." That's not going to happen. Never. That's the biggest fantasy of modern self-help. You know what's really going to happen? You're going to try something new, you're going to be kind of bad at it in the beginning, and you're going to want to quit. But if you're smart, you'll continue. Not because you love it, but because you want to see where it can lead. You're going to get a little better, then a little more. You're going to start understanding the nuances, the details, the secrets. You're going to start solving problems that used to seem impossible. And suddenly, after months or years of building, you realize you can't stop thinking about it. You realize that when people ask about this subject, your eyes light up. You realize you lose hours researching, learning, experimenting. You realize this isn't just an activity anymore. It became part of who you are. Society sold you the idea that passion is like an orgasm. It has to be intense and immediate. But true passion is like a marriage. It starts with interest, grows with commitment, and strengthens over time. How many people do you know who loved something on the first day and quit at the first difficulty? Millions. How many people do you know who built something incredible over years of dedication? Very few. Which group do you want to be part of? So stop looking for your passion like it's a lost object. Stop taking online tests about what's your true passion. Stop waiting for signs from the universe. Start building your passion like you're building a house, brick by brick, day by day, attempt by attempt. Choose something that catches your attention, even if it's just a little bit, and commit to it for at least 90 days. Not 90 days thinking, 90 days doing, 90 days practicing, 90 days improving, 90 days building. The question isn't, what's my passion? The question is, what am I going to build today? The question is, what am I going to commit to for the next 90 days? The question is, what person do I want to become through this process? Because in the end, you don't find your passion, you become your passion.
The secret formula no one teaches you. Now I'm going to teach you the method that changed my life and the lives of thousands of people. It's the 3 circles method. If you apply this correctly, in 30 days, you'll have clarity about your passion that 90% of people will never have. Get a paper right now. Draw 3 circles that overlap a little in the middle. Circle 1, what you love to do. In the first circle, Write everything you like to do. It doesn't matter if it's productive or not. You like watching series? Write it. Like cooking? Write it. Like solving problems? Write it. Like helping people? Write it. Don't judge anything. Just write. At least 20 things. I'll give you an example. Talking with people, solving complex problems, teaching new things, traveling, reading about psychology, making videos, telling stories, helping others grow. Circle 2, what you do well. In the second circle, write everything you do well. Your natural abilities, your talents, the things people always compliment you on. Example, explaining complicated things simply, making people laugh, organizing events, writing, public speaking, connecting people, learning languages quickly. Circle 3, what the world needs and pays for. In the third circle, write problems that exist in the world and that people would pay to solve. What pains do people have? What do they need help with? Example, learning English faster, having more confidence, finding motivation, improving relationships, organizing financial life, losing weight, finding purpose. The magic happens at the intersection. Now, look where the 3 circles meet. There, in that small intersection area, is your passion. If you love teaching, are good at explaining complex things, and the world needs to learn English, that could be your passion. If you love solving problems, are good with technology, and the world needs digital solutions, there's your direction. Mandatory exercise. Pause this video now. Go get a paper. Make the 3 circles. Fill each one with at least 15 items. Then come back and continue watching. Go ahead. I'll wait. Did it? Great. Now you already have more clarity about your passion than 95% of people in the world. The 5 lies that are killing your dreams. Now that you know where your passion might be, your mind is going to start sabotaging you. It's going to start whispering excuses in your ear. I'm going to destroy each one of them now. Excuse number 1, I don't have time. Lie! You have time to spend 3 hours on Instagram, but you don't have time to explore your passion? You have time to watch Netflix, but you don't have 30 minutes to test something new? Time isn't something you have, it's something you create. Cut 1 hour of social media and use it to build your passion. Excuse number 2, I don't have money. Lie! Most passions you can explore for free or very little. Want to be a writer? Start writing on your phone. Want to be a coach? Start helping friends for free. Want to be a YouTuber? Use the phone you already have. Money doesn't create passion. Passion creates money. Excuse number 3, I'm too old or young. Lie! Colonel Sanders was 62. Malala Yousafzai was 11. Laura Ingalls Wilder published her first book at 65. Justin Bieber started at 12. Age is just a number. Passion has no expiration date. Excuse number 4, I don't have talent. Lie! Talent is overrated. Passion is underrated. I prefer someone passionate and persistent over someone talented and lazy. Talent gives you an initial advantage. Passion gives you an eternal advantage. Excuse number 5, what if I fail? What if you succeed? What if you don't fail? What if this is the decision that changes your entire life? The biggest risk isn't failing. The biggest risk is never trying and spending the rest of your life wondering, what if? Turn excuses into fuel. Every excuse you make is a piece of your soul that you're killing. Stop assassinating your dreams with cheap excuses. Start today. Start small, but start. How to discover your passion without changing your entire life. Now I'm going to give you the smartest method to discover your passion without putting your life at risk. It's what I call the 30-day experiment. Here's how it works. Choose 3 things from your intersection. Remember the 3 circles?
Choose 3 items that appeared in the intersection: things you love, do well, and the world needs. Dedicate 10 days to each. Days 1 to 10, explore the first option. Days 11 to 20, explore the second option. Days 21 to 30, explore the third option. During each 10-day period, spend at least 1 hour per day exploring. Read about the subject, watch videos, talk to people who do this. Test it in practice, even if it's basic. Practical example. Let's say your 3 options are teaching English, creating digital content, and life coaching. Days 1 to 10, teaching English. Day 1 to 2, research teaching methods. Day 3 to 4, offer a free lesson to a friend. Day 5 to 6, create a basic mini course. Days 7 to 8, test it with more people. Days 9 to 10, evaluate how you felt. And so on with the other options. The signs you should look for are: you lose track of time doing it, you wake up thinking about it, you want to improve even when it's difficult, you get excited to tell others about it, you don't see it as work. The golden rule: at the end of 30 days, one of these 3 options will scream louder in your heart. That's your direction. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be the only one. It just needs to be the next step. From hobby to life mission. Now you know which direction to follow. But how do you transform this into something bigger? How do you make your passion become your life mission? The difference between interest and passion. Interest: I like doing this. Passion: I need to do this, and I want it to impact other people. Ask these 3 questions. How can my passion help other people? What problem can I solve with this? How can I make the world better with this? Real example. There was a guy who loved games. Simple interest, right? But he transformed it into passion when he realized he could teach strategy and logic to children through games. Today, he has a gamified education company. The moment of clarity. You'll know you found your true passion when it stops being about you and starts being about how you can serve others. When you look at your passion and think, wow, I can really make a difference with this, that's when it becomes purpose. Your passion is your gift to the world. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Teach it. Help. Make a difference. Because in the end, the most powerful passions are those that not only fulfill us, but also fulfill other people's lives. So that's it. You made it this far. That already separates you from 90% of people who give up halfway. Recap of what you learned. Stop hiding from your passion. Passion isn't found, it's built. Use the 3 circles method. Destroy your excuses. Do the 30-day experiment. Transform passion into purpose. But none of this matters if you don't act. You can watch 1,000 videos about passion. You can read 100 books. You can take 50 courses. But if you don't act, nothing changes. Your challenge for the next 24 hours? Do the 3 circles today. Not tomorrow, not Monday. Today. Choose one of the things from the intersection and do something with it today, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Your passion isn't waiting for the perfect moment to appear. It's waiting for you to stop making excuses and start building. The clock is ticking. Every day that passes without your passion is a day you steal from yourself. So stop stealing. Start building. Start today. If this video changed something in you, if it lit a spark, leave passion in the comments and give it a like. Subscribe to Speak Fast English and hit the bell because 3 times a week we're here to supercharge your English and transform your life. Until the next video, remember, your passion isn't lost. It's waiting for you to have the courage to build it. Now go and make it happen.